And I will give you a perfect example. Right before COVID hit, one of our clients paid us to do crisis management for them right before COVID. And so they were the Infectious Disease Society of America. Okay.
Oh,
And we ran a number of scenarios, and one of those scenarios was a global pandemic.
no
And
way.
we worked out an entire strategy, an entire crisis response, everything. So when the pandemic happened, they were the first organization to respond. They were
Wow.
right up there with the CDC because they had a response when the CDC didn't. They had
Wow.
all their materials ready to go. So they became the go to source during the pandemic on what people should do around this issue. So it works, and it's worth the investment.
Wow. Okay, so let's pretend that someone doesn't do what Adele said and finds themselves in a wholly expletive situation. Chip, you have literally talked people off ledges. So I've figuratively done that a bunch of times, but you have literally just spoken to people and brought them back from the ledge. What are some mental frameworks or techniques to de-escalate the situation and get to that emotional level to get people calmed down so they're actually going to listen to what you have to say?
And that's the exact right thing, Emily. You've pinpointed it exactly because you've dealt with this. It is about de-escalation because people are in those moments, they're not their best selves, and they're reacting out of fear. No male executive likes to say that they're dealing with a fear moment. They'll talk about stress all day long, but you bring up the word fear, and I say, no, that's not me. That's three doors down. So that's why we use the word stress. And so what we do is that we take a person and we work them through this whole problem, and we just don't deal with hey, that this is a horrible thing that you're experiencing, and here's the four things that you've got to do right away. We know that won't work. Here's what will, though, is that as they're going through this, we realize that their primitive brain is online. So the analytical brains come off and they're dealing in the primitive state, which means all their worst kind of tendencies are to the forefront. When we are in that fear mode, we're pulling back. We're not seeking others'
Survival.
counsel. We are, our vision, our physical vision is actually diminishing. Our hearing diminishes. Our fine motor skills diminish. Everything is going wrong for us, which is great if we're in a fight. Horrible if we're under attack for our company. So we need to bring that analytical ability. We do that through talking it through.